am.
Yeah.
Well, I'm Erica. And I'm at Schwab Rehabilitation Hospital. And here I've been doing multiple things. It was kind of very open-ended when I came in, and the person that I'm working with kind of let me explore through the first week and kind of figure out what I wanted to do. And from that, I've been going to different therapy groups, like some musical therapy, some horticulture therapy, and just general rec therapy groups where we gather the patients from around the hospital and bring them into the day room and they can play like games and stuff like that. I found some really interesting things, like with the musical therapy, where all the patients get to take turns playing an instrument while they're singing while the musical therapist is singing a song, and they get to use like physical aspects too of it. So like they'll be tapping their toes with these little like tap things, or playing the drums standing, and anyway, it's cool. And then also I've been doing odd jobs here and there, like bulletin boards and putting together little card system things that the nurses can use in their pockets. Hey, Maureen. You can, that's fine.
We're just gonna leave the door
okay.
so you can just pull it.
Okay, sounds good.
Done, all right?
Okay.
It was nice meeting you.
Nice to meet you too.
Just a video too?
Yeah.
Yeah, I can edit it.
Cut it. Bye. Right. So, yes, odd jobs here and there, doing things. Also, I've just recently just been finding more patients just to hang out and work with one-on-one, or yesterday I kind of had my own little mini group. I've found 2 patients here now. One is 8 and one is 11 that are like my besties, and I've been hanging out with them a lot lately. Just now we came from the
Can you actually tell the, like, paint the picture a little bit more for Darian, and
yeah,
like tell a little bit more about like his story and then what you did today, so we have a context for it.
Yeah. So Darian is 8 years old, and he is a little boy. I met him in a wheelchair, and when did I meet him? I think just in a like general therapy session when he came to the day room, and he wanted to play Mario Kart, but we didn't have it on the Wii, and so I was like, oh well, do you want to play Connect 4? And I was like throwing all these games for him to play, and he was kind of iffy about it, but we grabbed some games, and I turned around to pull him up to the table, and his nurse kind of like mouthed to me that he can't see. So it kind of all made a little bit more sense. And I already asked him, like, oh, it's cool, watch Darian, like, what time is it? And he's like, oh, I can't see that well. So I had an idea. And so from there I just kind of was playing, I gave him some Play-Doh to play with, because you have to see to play with Play-Doh, you know. And we've just started this friendship that involves singing Justin Bieber daily. Yeah, Justin Bieber daily, yes. And playing catch with his balls that are like really textured, so we can play with them and stuff. And today I went with him to this place called the Chicago Lighthouse or something like that, and it offers services for people with visual impairments, or people who are blind. And we went and saw a doctor basically to find out more about what was going on with his eyes, and the occupational therapist that we went to asked like what she could do, what they can do as far as on the therapy team to help facilitate that, his recovery. And it was a long process, and he was excited to be there at first, but we had to kind of keep him grounded, because I think that he thought he was walking away with a new set of eyes. So as it went on, we had to wait for all the paperwork to be filled out, and then he realized it was more just like an eye doctor checkup. It was kind of, the mood was kind of saddened a little bit, but he's a really resilient kid, and you can tell that like he'll bounce back. It'll be difficult for him to kind of get a grasp on the fact that I don't think he's going to get his vision back 100%. Like, I know he's not going to, but we don't know how much he is. Right now he can see motion, he can see light and dark, but he can't recognize like specific objects. But he's got a while to go. He's being discharged soon, but he'll be here for outpatient therapy and physical therapy and stuff like that, so he has like room to improve, definitely. He's got like probably a good 5 months until they say his vision should like plateau, so I still have hope. I think everyone should. But and I actually was able to hear the doctor talk and connect that with like what I've learned as a special ed teacher, in ways that he can start working on things using like high contrast between like colors. And I was talking to the OT about creating a little like activity for him to stick his hand in the bag and like have to describe and feel around to figure out what's in the bag. So I'll be making that for next week or later this week. But that's Darion's story. Yeah. Do you want me to tell you about Jackie?
Thank you for sharing. Sure.
Yeah. Yeah, it's more brief, I guess. Jackie's 11, and she had the left hemisphere of her brain removed because of seizures, and she has expressive language aphasia, so like she can't talk basically, but she's got all the receptive stuff so she can understand what's going on, but she also like lost a lot of control of the right side of her body. And when I met her on Friday, here actually, right here, she was like struggling to have to put this like brace on her leg and have her walk around. But she did manage to get from right here to all the way around like the third table and then back around here with help from her therapist who was wheeling around with her. But then like yesterday I watched her play Wii bowling while she was sitting in a wheelchair like shaking her leg nervously, the leg that she like barely could move on Friday. So it's amazing, like, and it just shows how fast these kids can like bounce back. Like even I was listening to the therapist talk, and they're like, if that happened, like if you have the left side of your brain removed, like and you're older, like you lose a lot, and it takes a long time to recover any of it. And like this girl has like, her capabilities have increased so much just in the last few days. It's insane. And she like really wasn't saying much at all the first day I met her. And then yesterday she was able to say thank you to me when I gave her a magazine to read, and I gave it to her and Mom was like, say thank you. And she does this really like shy, like bashful thing where she'll put her head down and like she does these faces. She's really good with her facial expressions. Big pouty lips, and she'll try to have staring contests with you. And she didn't want to say thank you at first. I think she was kind of like scared to try. And her mom was like, well, give the magazine back. And she was like, so she said it, and like she said thank you, and then she like kissed me on the cheek, and it was adorable. And then I was like so happy that she said it. I was like, thank you for saying thank you, Jackie. And then I was like, okay, bye, can you say bye? And she like rolled her eyes, and I was like, just whisper it, you know, and put my head close to hers, and she whispered bye to me, and it was the most adorable thing ever. It just like made my night. And this was also after I had had Jackie and Darion together in the rec therapy office. All the other people that work in there left at around like 4:30, and they left me there with them too. We were playing Wii, and Darion was playing with Jenga, and Darion had told us that he didn't want to play Wii with us, but towards the end Jackie like took her controller and she gave it to him. But now it's really awesome watching them interact because he can't see and she can't talk to him, so it's like this little puzzle. So I kind of like narrated it for them, and I was like, Darren, Jackie gave you her controller, she wants to play with you. And he had told me no earlier, but he took it from her, and so they played, and Darren ended up winning. But it was really close the entire time, and they were really good sports, so I was like, you know, shake each other's hand and say good game. And I just kind of like nudged her wheelchair closer to his, and she stuck out her left hand, and she's a righty, so, you know, she was still working with that. And then he stuck out his hand, but couldn't see hers, and so they awkwardly like fumbled and eventually like held hands and like shook, and it was really good. It was really sweet. It was a perfect ending to my afternoon yesterday, so yeah.
Thanks.
Yeah.